Yesterday we talked about in the previous video. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna start saying in the previous video we spoke on how your acts needs to match your actions. And you know, somebody told me that some of the things that I say is very conflicting because I tell people to not, what I'm saying, be in these lack mindsets, not be in these negative thought patterns and stuff like that. But on the other hand of that, I always tell people to acknowledge the negative aspect. And, those still coincide with one another hand in hand because, yes, you do need to acknowledge the fact, the feeling, whatever it is, acknowledge it within that presence, but don't waddle in it. Don't hold on to it. Don't, hold on to that negative aspect. Take that negative thing and figure out how you can turn it into a positive. Like, what positive can I find out of this situation, or how can I change this situation? Like, that's what I be saying. Like, don't waddle in it, don't hold on to it, don't stay in it, don't none of that. But you gotta acknowledge that it is present. Like, that's when that toxic positivity come in, when you are not acknowledging it, not saying that it's there, not agreeing to the fact that it's there. Like, acknowledge it, move on from it. Acknowledge it, it disappears. Boom, that's where we at with it. But on the same tip with that, like, I told y'all we talking about how we gonna get our desires and stuff like that. And for me, we gonna make this one a little personal now because I tell people a lot of stuff, but I also don't, I do add in a lot of relevant experiences. Let me not even say that, but boom, this one finna get real personal for y'all because this is a deep message for me, and it is about the acts and the actions. you know right now, my current dilemma is I want to move into my dream house. Like, And I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, man, you just got a house built. Like, you got a brand new built house. Like, what do you mean you want to move into? When I started even on my house journey, I was trying to manifest, like, I was trying to dive into $1 million houses. I was trying to get $1 million house out the gate. Like, And I usually don't talk money. And I tell myself I wasn't gonna talk money in this video, but I got to. I got to because it's relevant. It's gonna help y'all. Like, but boom, I was trying to dive into these $1 million houses and stuff like that. Like, I was thinking that, I had the right course, the right action, the right plan, everything. And I was going towards these $1 million houses. Boom. Y'all know that I had found me this perfect house. It was like $849,000. And I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go after this house. I'm finna get it. I hit up the people like, hey, put this in motion for me. I'll, come do the paperwork. Somebody ended up swooping in with an offer and took over it. I was a little messed up about it. I was in my feelings. And, in return, I ended up receiving a brand new built house. Like, the opportunity for a brand new built house. Like, and at the time, you know, I'm gonna call it how I call it. At the time, I was super excited. Yeah, I was super excited about it because a brand new built house, I ain't never even envisioned this, never thought about it or none of that. Like, I walked through these neighborhoods and stuff like that, and drove through these neighborhoods and seen these brand new built houses, and I'm just like, oh, one day, this will happen for me. But when it actually happened for me, I was super ecstatic, like happy because I was out of the situation that I was in, out of that being homeless situation, like, and now I'm in a brand new built house. Like, so that was cool for me. But on the other hand of that, I'm gonna call it what it is. I was very much in an ungrateful mindset because I told God that this was not what the hell I asked for, man. This wasn't what I asked for. Like, It gave me everything that I needed at the time, though, but it was not what I asked for. This ain't what I asked for, man. Like, I was pouting, I was mad, but on the other hand of that, I was super excited about it because this is a new experience. This is something new. I was one of two houses in my neighborhood. Like, And that was cool to me because, You know what I'm saying? I had asked for a situation like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to be in a brand new built neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Be able to plot out land and stuff like that for my family and stuff like that. But things go in a different path and a different light in a different course. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nothing goes as planned. So, boom. Now I'm in this brand new built house. And I'm in here every single day. And I'm just like, oh, okay, God, this ain't what I asked for. So what up? You know what I'm saying? Where did the disconnect come in? Where is we not matching up? Where is we not meeting up with this process? You know? And God had a real serious conversation with me. And it was in the means of your actions ain't matching your ask. You know what I'm saying? You asking me for this $1 million house, but your actions ain't showing me that you want $1 million house. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was very much in this mode of not being able to. So boom, here's my dilemma. I want this $1 million house. I want $1 million house. You know what I'm saying? I have a specific house in mind that I would like, and I'm coming for it. You know what I'm saying? But this is my dilemma. I want this specific house. I want this specific house on this specific amount of land. I want this specific house. My dilemma is, it's not that I don't have the money to do it. It's not that, you know what I'm saying, I don't have the resources to do it. It's not any of that. My dilemma is I'm struggling to be in a receiving mode of receiving this $1 million house. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that for a lot of stuff like that for me, like, because I struggle with receiving. I struggle with receiving. I struggle with receiving. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wanted a transparent moment. This is a transparent moment for me. I struggle with receiving. I'd rather give. I would rather give, like, you know what I'm saying? And I have been cutting myself off from that, cutting off myself from constantly giving, constantly, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm in, what can I do for you in the least amount of effort? In the least amount of effort, what can I do for you? You know what I'm saying? And people don't want that. People would rather have the monetary benefits of that. And that just don't work for me no more. You know what I'm saying? And again, with my story and my path, because that's what we on. Like, you know what I'm saying? My dilemma is I want this specific house. My no, that's my want, that's my desire, that's my ask for this specific house. My dilemma is that I'm not in a mode of receiving. Like, I'm in it, but I'm not fully in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my actions don't match my ask. You know what I'm saying? So, God had a real candid conversation with me. Like, that's what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your actions is matching what I gave you, this brand new house. You know what I'm saying? You are becoming a brand new person. You are rebuilding yourself, restructuring yourself. You are building yourself up from the ground up. So that is what I gave you, this brand new built house. And if you want this dream $1 million house, you want to be in this house right here, your actions need to match it. So, you know what I'm saying? Bills, man, bills. You know what I'm saying? People, we think we want these grand and extravagant and lavish things, but on the flip side of that, it's a higher price tag. It's more cost, it's more work, it's more effort that you got to put into it. And you know what I'm saying? At the time, I wasn't putting in that effort. Like, I was doing the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that I've been out here grinding, you know what I'm saying, with my clothing line, Devilish Rose, boom, we out here. I grind with the clothing line, and then I started doing these videos, these self-help videos and stuff like that for the people. But outside of that, like, I was still doing the bare minimum in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving the world the bare minimum. I'm giving my clothing line the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I'm profiting very nicely. I was profiting very nicely, but it wasn't, my actions were not matching my ask. Like, you know what I'm saying? You putting in just enough to, you know what I'm saying, have this brand new built house. You know what I'm saying? You putting in enough effort only to have this brand new house. You know what I'm saying? You ain't putting in $1 million house effort. You know what I'm saying? You're not putting in, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to grind to get the result that I am looking for. You doing the bare minimum. So I'm going to give you the bare minimum, but nice. The bare minimum, but nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you exactly what you asked for, but differently because your actions is matching this ask right here. So that's what I'm gonna give you. That has been my dilemma. You know what I'm saying? And if you are experiencing any type of desires, I want everybody to put their desires in the comments. You know what I'm saying? And list off what your dilemma is or what your dilemmas are. Because you might not have one dilemma. Maybe you have multiple dilemmas. But whatever it is, drop it down in the comments because I want to hear from each and every one of y'all. Because I just opened myself up to y'all because y'all are my safe space. So welcome to the Book of Keys. Next one.